In a world polished by filters, where perfection is staged and sameness is praised, a silent rebellion brews. It doesn't shout. It doesn't beg for approval. It carves its presence into the skin, etches its purpose into every movement. This is the marked power rebellion. Not a trend. Not a hashtag. A movement. Built by those who rise from grit, not glamour. These warriors don't walk with the crowd, they walk through it. Not to stand against the world, but to stand as themselves. Their skin? A canvas. A record of what they've survived. What they've conquered. Ink and scar tell a tale the world needs to hear. Not for aesthetics, but for meaning. These marks are milestones. Proof that pain was met with purpose. That transformation wasn't given, it was taken with effort, with fire. This rebellion isn't about ego. It's about ownership. Ownership of your path. Your struggle. Your identity. They enter the gym not for attention, but for alignment. Not to sculpt what's liked online, but to forge what's true inside. Each rep is a declaration. I refuse to be reduced to labels. I am not your template. I am my own. You see them lifting. But what you don't see is the discipline behind closed doors. The early mornings, the silent nights. The war within, the battle to stay consistent when no one's watching. That's where real strength lives. Where identity is forged. Where marked power is born. This rebellion is for the ones who've been told to cover up. To tone it down. To conform. But here's the truth. Power doesn't hide. It lives bold. It walks proud. It shows up scarred, tattooed, and unfiltered. To them, muscle isn't just muscle. It's a reflection of mental resilience. A reminder. Every time they were knocked down, they got back up. This isn't about chasing a perfect body. It's about honoring your real one. The body that carried trauma. That rebuilt from failure. That dared to defy the standard and make its own. This rebellion is rooted in self-respect. The kind that grows with every sacrifice. The kind that's born from late-night workouts, skipped comforts, and relentless pursuit. They don't just build strength for show. They build it for life. To be better fathers, partners, leaders. To live longer. To stand taller, not above others, but fully inside themselves. And every time someone says, "You're too intense," they smile. Because intensity is their signature. Their standard. Their rebellion. You don't have to be tatted to join this movement. But you do have to be real. You have to embrace your unfiltered self. You don't need to fit an aesthetic. You just need to live authentically. This rebellion isn't exclusive. It's inclusive, of the raw, the broken, the rebuilt. It welcomes anyone who's tired of pretending, tired of faking, tired of dimming their light to make others comfortable. It says, come as you are. Lift what you carry. Become what you were meant to be. Not what the world told you to become. The marked power rebellion is about more than physical strength. It's about courage. The courage to live visibly. To reject masks. To embrace discomfort and grind until truth shows through every vein. It's about showing the world. My body is my journey. My journey is mine alone. And my strength? It's earned. Not explained. They don't train for applause. They train for clarity. For peace. For the fire that burns in the silence. So here's your invitation. Join the marked power rebellion. Not with imitation, but with intention. Not by hiding your story, but by owning it. Sculpt your strength. Wear your truth. Live your legacy. Be the reason someone else dares to show up, real and unashamed. Because in a world full of noise, authentic strength speaks the loudest. Let the world see your marks. Let them feel your power. Let them witness what happens when you choose to live unfiltered. This is your rebellion. Rise. This is your rebellion. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. You've been waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect version of yourself to show up. But here's the truth. Perfection is a prison, and rebellion doesn't wait for comfort. It rises. You don't need anyone's permission to rise. Not society's. Not the critics. Not even your past selves. You've carried the weight of other people's expectations long enough. The time for apologizing is over. This is not about being reckless. It's about being real. It's about waking up and saying, I will no longer shrink myself to fit into your box. I will not dim my flame so you can feel safe in your shadows. This is my rise. Rise with fire in your chest. Rise with scars that speak louder than words. Rise not as a perfect creation, but as a relentless one. This rebellion, your rebellion, isn't a fantasy. It's a choice. A decision you make every day to stop running from who you are. It's not about looking tough. It's about being unshakable. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you've always had what it takes. You rise when you train on days you feel broken. You rise when you speak your truth even when your voice trembles. You rise when you face the mirror, not to criticize, but to respect the warrior staring back. Every rep, every sweat-drenched set, every aching muscle. That's your rebellion unfolding. Not in one loud moment, but in 1,000 silent ones. It's not about how loud you roar. It's about how consistent you grind. It's about the days you show up when no one's watching, when it's just you, your will, and your mission. This is your rebellion against the voice in your head that tells you you're not enough. It's your rebellion against fear, against shame, against silence. Every time you step into the gym, every time you fuel your body with purpose, every time you say no to weakness and yes